Chris, will you call roll, please?
Yes, Mr. Chair. Member Goldman?
Here.
Goldman present. Member Johnson? Johnson excused. Member Caneva?
Present.
Caneva present. Mr. Chair, we have a quorum.
Thank you. Are there any agenda changes? Members, Chris?
There are no agenda changes, Mr. Chair.
Can you call the first item, please?
The first item is the approval of minutes of November 10, 2009.
I have one typo that I will give to the clerk. Other than that,
Mr. Chair, I move that we approve the minutes as amended.
is there any public comment on the minutes? Seeing none, Chris, will you call the question, please?
On the minutes, Member Caneva?
Aye.
Caneva, aye. Member Goldman?
Aye.
Goldman, aye. Mr. Chair, we have 2 ayes.
Thank you. Will you call item 2, please?
Item 2 is the determination of jurisdiction and complaint filed by Melvin Banks against the Department of Public Health for allegedly creating and implementing policies, procedures, and forms without public comment on and/or scrutiny.
Thank you. What we're doing here today, folks, is determining jurisdiction on this item. So we will be taking testimony from the complainant and the respondent as to why they think or they don't think that they have jurisdiction, or why we have jurisdiction on this item. Is the complainant here? Yes. Please approach, sir. You can identify yourself and then tell us why you think we have jurisdiction over your item.
My name is Raymond Banks. I don't know if I should bring this information because I didn't have time to forward it to the committee. It's from the city attorney's office. And it says, based on the complaint's allegation and the DPH's response, it appears that the task force does have subject matter jurisdiction of the alleged public meeting violations, as DPH Privacy Board appears to qualify as a pacified meeting under the Sunshine Ordinance.
We got that.
Oh,
Okay.
I don't have any better evidence than that. I just really think it's important that members of the public have an opportunity, not necessarily to change policy, but at least to voice policy or voice policy concerns. I think if they keep it closed, I recited a quote from Warren E. Berger, former Chief Justice of the United States Supreme Court. He said, unreviewable power is most likely to self-indulge itself and least likely to engage in dispassionate self-analysis. I think that kind of speaks for itself about the importance of having that voice of dispassionate analysis, which is the people of the city executive system. I don't want to provide any excess verbosity, so thank you.
Thank you very much. Is there a respondent agency here? No. Matters with the testimony.
From what I've read and from our city attorney's advice, I do believe we would have jurisdiction, so I would so move at the appropriate time. I move to find jurisdiction in this case.
I second that. Is there public comment on jurisdiction of this item? Seeing none, Chris, would you call the question?
On jurisdiction, Member Caneva?
Aye.
Caneva, aye. Member Goldman?
Aye.
Goldman, aye. Mr. Chair, we have 2 ayes.
Thank you. Well, sir, your matter will be heard at our full task force meeting the 5th of January. We'll see you there.
Okay, I just want to ask, did you write this opinion? Because I'm really impressed by your prose, how clean and crisp it is, and I just want to acknowledge that.
Yeah, have a great day.
All right, thank you.
Call item 3, please.
Item number 3 is the administrator's report. Mr. Chair, I do not have anything to add besides what's in the packet.
Any public comment on the administrative report? Seeing none, will you call item 4?
Item 4 is public comment on items not listed on the agenda.
Any public comment? No. Will you call item 5?
Item number 5 is announcements, comments, questions, and future agenda items from committee members.
I don't have anything for future agenda items, but Attorney 3, with come to my understanding that you may not be attending these meetings in the future. That if you want to question your time more carefully, that's fine with us.
Chair Goldman, I'll speak about this more fully at other meetings, but we are in terms of the hours allowed to be billed and budgeted for this task force, we're well ahead of where we are in the year. And I believe in part it's because the meetings have been larger than typically. In part, likely also is because there's a little bit of a learning curve at first, so it likely took me longer to do most of the first two meetings than it took the former city attorney. But we do have to address it. So I will be at this meeting, certainly, because I think you have adjudicatory functions that it would be most useful to have advice on. I'm not going to be attending the Education and Outreach Committee meetings, and I'm going to be limiting the time at the Complaint Committee to those items that where they're doing follow-up on complaints and may take further action. So I'm going to try to limit the cutback to those areas where it would be least harmful to the activities.
But, if push comes to shove, if you just want to write us a memo and then not show up,
Well, I'll have to say this is not a committee that requires a great deal of time for billing, so it's not a problem.
Yeah, okay.
I would have to be at the following 4 o'clock meeting anyway.
I see, okay.
Yeah, we like having you here, so.
Yeah, well, yeah, we don't object you coming around. We didn't get that impression. Yeah, so I just wanted to air that, so it's out there. Any other business that we need to,
I move we adjourn.
by rising vote?